trendy diets out there is overwhelming. One of the most talked about, intermittent fasting, has some big celebrity fans, including Jennifer Aniston, Kourtney Kardashian, Halle Berry, and Hugh Jackman. But what exactly is it, and does it really help you lose the weight? More importantly, is it safe? So here to share their insight, please welcome medical doctor Elaine Chin and naturopathic doctor Goldspink. Hello, you two. Looking lovely today. So, starting the new year, everybody wants to be healthy. Elaine, let's talk about the DASH diet, what that stands for, and what we need to look out for.
Yes, I thought I'd start off with a diet that kind of makes sense beyond just weight loss.
Okay.
So DASH stands for Dietary Approach to Stop Hypertension. So 1 in 4 Canadians have hypertension. And a good number is now considered less than 120/80. That's pretty aggressive. So obviously this diet has lots of fruits and vegetables and complex grains and low fats. But it also makes you say that you should cut back on high cholesterol foods, which is opposite some other diets we're going to talk about. Critical, the amount of salt. 1,500 milligrams, no more. That's less than a teaspoon of salt. So we eat more than 3,000 a day on most people.
Yeah.
So half a cup of tomato sauce is about $6.50.
Oh my gosh.
And so you're almost done with a bag of chips. If you do like bag of chips, 200.
Yeah.
So what we want people to understand is that if we cut back on the salt in about 2 weeks, the blood pressure comes down. The side effect of this is that not only do you lose weight, but your bad cholesterol, your LDL, also comes down, which lowers your heart disease risk.
So you suggest that people sort of think about the cholesterol levels and the salt and all of that as an overall healthy way to live.
As opposed to just, it's nice to lose the weight, but we need to understand the health implication of that diet.
Okay. So that's a good recommendation. And I want to talk a little bit now about intermittent fasting because there is so much being said about it, Elizabeth. So how does it work, and does it work?
Yeah.
What is it?
So intermittent fasting is cycling between periods of eating and fasting. So it's not about what you're eating. Elaine made some suggestions there. It's about when you're eating. So most people are fasting while they're sleeping. And so intermittent fasting can be as simple as extending that time period that you're not eating during in the morning.
Right. And how long generally would people be fasting for? Because I'm sure we all sleep, right? So you're thinking, well, we're all intermittent fasting.
Yes.
Not really, though. Because how long are you eating for, and how long are you not eating for?
So people who are intermittent fasting are generally not eating for a period of 14 to 16 hours. And they do this several times per week or every day.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of data that's come out in the last couple of years on circadian rhythms and how it's important for us, if we want to not only lose weight but prevent disease, for us to eat during daylight hours. So intermittent fasting could be as easy as eating during daylight hours, which for us right now in this part of the world,
it's 2 hours long.
It feels like it.
Nighttime.
So between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. is when we currently have daylight. It might be more realistic if you want to enjoy dinner with your family to extend that a bit to 6 p.m. and that would be considered intermittent fasting.
Okay, so you're basically, I mean, you're going to bed a little hungry, you're waking up a little hungry.
Yes.
You know, that's all part of it. And what is it supposed to do to your body? Like, how does that help you lose weight? And does it help you lose weight?
Yes, so it does help people who need to lose weight. Okay. It also has a whole bunch of other positive effects. There's data that's come out this year showing that it helps to reduce blood pressure. It helps to increase insulin sensitivity, which would prevent diabetes. There's also good research showing that it helps with certain autoimmune conditions, and in particular rheumatoid arthritis. That's a big one. So it has a lot of health and longevity promoting effects over and above weight loss.
Okay, well, this is for both of you then. Does it not matter how many calories you're consuming in daylight? Do you go sit there and eat a cake and then don't eat for 14 hours?
I mean, we clearly say all the time, not all calories are equal, and people have got to understand that. Like, a calorie of a fruit, its carb, is not the same as a calorie of a piece of bread. Right? It's just completely different how we metabolize it. So I think it's important to do that, and we also talked about lean fats and like good fats like avocados, and if we're talking about protein, it's lean proteins.
Okay, because I intermittent fast, and I do find it helps with weight loss. But I just thought it was because I'm limiting the amount of time that I'm actually eating, which means I'm basically eliminating calories.
So partially, but even if you're not eliminating calories, there's good data to show that if you're eating the same amount of calories during daylight hours only versus day and nighttime hours, you actually lose weight by eating that same amount of calories during daylight hours. And so further to Elaine's point, if you want to take one thing away from this today, if you want to make a big impact, cut sugar, cut refined carbohydrates. That matters more than intermittent fasting.
And that's why the keto diet works, but the keto diet is also very unhealthy. I'm not a fan of it because you eat 80% fats, and you got to eat a lot of saturated fats, and then boom, your LDL bad cholesterol goes up and the inflammation levels go up. So it's not a good way to eat.
That's the one. Is that the one diet out there on the market that you would say sort of buyer beware?
A strict keto diet is not a healthy diet. You restrict your calories of your carbs to like less than 10%. So you can't even eat an oatmeal because it's 150 calories. Again, that's crazy, and you can only have one piece of fruit. That is not a healthy diet.
Let's talk about how good carbs are. Why do we need them? We need them, don't we?
You do, and so
do we need them for brain? Like, do we need them to function? Do we need them to be a good wife and mother?
Fruits and vegetables. I need them. Yes, you do, absolutely. So try to get your carbs as much as possible from fruits and vegetables and non-refined grains like brown rice, quinoa, these kinds of things. And try not to get your carbs from refined grains and sugar if possible.
You call them white carbs. No pasta, bread, rice is potatoes. Boom, gone.
What about a sprouted grain bread?
That sounds good.
Okay, good. See, I'm always trying. And one day you guys are going to come in here and you're going to say, drink all the wine and eat all the chocolate and you'll be so healthy. I'm just going to keep asking these questions till it's the right answer.
We'll keep coming every month.
Okay, good.